ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Firstly, let's start today's session with the Asian markets. They were mixed on Tuesday as investors eyed the dollar for guidance on growing expectations of a Federal Reserve rate hike in December. The Shanghai Composite, as we can see from the board, slightly down 0.1% to 3206.70. Well, that's 3.6 points in the negative territory. The Shanghai Composite was up about 0.5% or about a little bit over 10 points at 2124.3. China is due to release the October foreign direct investment, or the also called FDI, figures later in the day, as the Nikkei 225 finished nearly flat, down 0.03% or about 4.5 points at 1766.8.18. That was, of course, mostly on the yen that hovered around the key level of 108, trading right now at 108.07, down slightly on the day, about 0.3% or about 0.35 on the yen. European stocks were higher on Tuesday as US dollar pushed for a breather after rallying, and Tuesday yields, of course, treasury yields, of course, held steady as traders digest what President-elect Donald Trump's policies might remain for the inflation. The Stoxx European 600 index was slightly higher, about 0.1% or about 0.4 points higher. Of course, that's pairing some of the gains since the morning. We can see that FTSE 100 is holding yesterday's major gains. Right now is up about 51.7 points higher or about 0.76%. DAX, however, is slightly negative, almost flat on the day at 0.01% or about 0.98 points. The dollar traded within sight of its highest levels in more than 3.5 years on Tuesday as bond yields soared on expectations that President-elect Donald Trump's economic policies will fuel the inflation. As we can see from the board here, the euro is trading slightly higher right now at about 0.65% or about 70 pips higher at 1.0796 after falling as low as 1.0707 on Monday. That was its lowest level since December. The euro could come under some pressure by growing worries that Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi may not stay in the office if he loses a referendum on constitutional reforms that will be held on December 4. Sterling, as we can see, down on the day versus the dollar, down at 0.3% or about 40 pips, down at 1.2449. And of course, investors have turned again their attention to physical buying. The yellow metal, as we can see right now, is 0.4% higher at 1226.40, or that's about $4.40 up on the day. And that is slightly pairing the gains. That is, it was testing the 50 exponential moving average at 12:30 earlier. That's after falling at 1211.46 in the previous session, as we can see the morning star over here. Oil slightly higher on the day as expectations of falling shale output and renewed optimism that OPEC will deliver on of course, touted production cuts. US crude futures are now up on the dollar, as we can see, $1 up or about 2.3% at 44.32 a barrel. That's all from all the most important news of today. Of course, I will bring you to some more expectations. That will be tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.